Thank you for joining us. So today we're going to do a preparation of butter. So we have three types of butter. Preparation on, you can do butter curls, you can do butter pats, and you can do butter blocks. So we're going to do the three of them, but the first thing we're going to do is to start with the curls. So at the sideboard, you should have the following. So madam there has the following: chilled butter, a curling tool which we're going to improvise because we don't have a curling tool. We're going to use a butter knife, and then a jug of very hot water. We have our hot water, and then very cold water with ice, and then you dip the tool into the hot water and allow it to warm. So we're going to dip the butter knife because we don't have the curling tool. So we're going to dip the butter knife into the warm water and allow it to warm. Draw across the surface of the butter, curling the top layer into suitable curls. So after the butter knife has warmed, we're going to cut our curls. So at the top of the butter, we're going to give our shaped curls. Just go straight, not like that. At the top, like as if you are, go straight like that, and then you make it into a curl like that, and then you put it in the cold water. Straight like that, right? And then you make it a curl. Is this the warm water? Okay. So you go straight, yes, very good. And then you shape it into a curl, very good. And then you immerse it into the cold water. So you can do as many curls as you want, and the size and the shape should be the same as you place the curls into iced water. So you repeat the process, dipping curling tool into the hot water between each curling. So after you're done with the first curl, very good, you dip it into hot water and then you dip the knife. And then you leave the curls into the iced water until you're ready to use. After that, you have your curls into the cold water. You remove butter curls. You remove the butter curls from the iced water. You remove the butter curls from the iced water and place into the butter dishes. And place into the butter dishes. You remove the curls and place into the butter dishes. You place into a butter dish which is well lined, and then at the side of the butter dish you put your butter knife and you put what? You put on the table for the guests to serve themselves. So that's how we do our butter curls. Remember to cover it up. So that's how we do a skill on the butter curls. So next we're going to do a skill on the butter blocks. So normally the blocks are thicker, the parts are a little bit thin. So when you are doing a technical skill on the butter blocks, at the sideboard you need to assemble the following: chilled butter, a sharp knife, iced water into a bowl, a jug of very hot water, and a butter dish. So we are going to cut a very thick part of the butter straight for commission. We are starting with the blocks, make it a bit thick, and then you place it here, and then you put marks. You cut at here up to the end, and then you put it on the side plate. So you're going to mark the first thing you're doing. She's marking the chilled block of butter into block size of your choice. So you take the size of your choice. Ensure your knife here. Ensure to warm your knife. It should be very hot. Take the butter and turn it upside down so that you have an even shape. So after that, mark straight lines on the butter. You put marks like 3 lines horizontally and 3 lines vertically. And then you dip your knife into very hot water. And then now you cut the blocks. You cut the blocks and put them in the hot water. And then after that, you immerse your blocks into a batter dish on a lime salver and present it to the guest. So we said when you are doing blocks, the blocks are a little bit thicker, the parts are a little bit thin. So after we place our blocks in iced water, we place them in the batter dish. So that's how we simply do batter blocks. Now when we are doing batter parts with a PA-T, the procedure for batter parts is the same. The difference is that with the batter parts, it is a little bit thinner. So we're going to take the batter, just leave it there. We're going to do batter parts. The procedure is the same. Whenever you're dealing with batter, ensure you have hot water, cold water, and a batter dish. So our batter is a little bit thin. We place it at the side plate so that we cut the batter into half so that we have very thin, I think that's thinner. And then we place our knife into very hot water, and then we mark it in good size and place it in very cold water. So the difference between batter parts and batter blocks is that blocks are a little bit thick and parts are thinner. So today's lessons, we've done 3 preparation methods of how to make batter. So we said we have curls, we have blocks, and we have pads. So when you are doing on batter curls, you need to have a curling tool, but we said you don't have a curling tool, you improvise using what? A butter knife. And then in every cut, we said you put our butter knife into very hot water so that it enables us in a quick cutting of the batter. For you to have clean work, remember that your butter should be well chilled so that you produce good work and neat work. So thank you for joining me into my channel. For this and many more, subscribe. Choose.